All right, mic check. Yes. Okay, beautiful. All right. All right, booze. NFT hype man, we're here with the beautiful and legendary Sonya Prasad from Clubhouse, one of the biggest icons in the game. And we're here in Vancouver in front of the water baby for y'all, giving you this interview. Sonya, would you like to explain a bit about yourself or how you got into how did you get into Clubhouse? Let's start with that, and then maybe did you come into Clubhouse and then NFTs, or what's your experience between the two? I guess we might as well, since you're like a Clubhouse NFT kind of like personality.
Yeah. So thanks, RT. Good to see you. It's nice to see you in my hometown, Vancouver, BC, everyone. So, okay. I was an early adopter of Clubhouse in December 2020. It's cool. And
We could swap sides if you prefer, because I feel like
yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll swap sides.
the wind is blowing that way.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I was an early adopter, and then in December 2020 of to Clubhouse, and then Clubhouse was a little bit like the Wild Wild West back then. Well, not that much, but it was it was cool. Like, it was just a great opportunity to meet people. I met you. I met some of my friends who are still really close friends at this time, and I just spent week after week after week in rooms that had to do with crypto and NFTs. And I'd never heard of NFTs. Of course, crypto is crypto, but I just never knew what NFTs were. So I just spent week after week after week in rooms just getting a sense of people and just getting to know people and just getting to understand what the community was about. So yeah, that's how I got in.
So since you got into NFTs, what's been the most exciting projects or most exciting things about the space that has kept you interested? I guess you're still in the space now, so I guess you have had to had an interest to continue to want to take part in it. So what is it about NFTs, or what projects, or what is it about the space that excites you?
I mean, for me, honestly, what I think, are we in the frame? Yeah. Okay, cool.
I hope so.
Do you want to check?
Guys, are we in the frame?
Can you see?
Does it look good?
Or do we need to move over? No, you're good. Okay, thank you.
See, the wonderful people of Vancouver helping us out.
Yeah. So, what was the question again? Is what do I like about the space? Okay, I'll tell you what I like about the space. So for me, my background is I have about 20 years in the fashion industry in New York, right? So when I entered into the fashion industry, it was the wild, wild west. There were no processes, there was no systems. It was just very much about creativity, meeting those systems and processes, and everybody just kind of trying to figure out what the industry would be. And there were all these creatives, and it was an incredible time. It was New York, 1998, 1999. I just dated myself. So the NFT space reminds me of New York, 1998, 1999.
The math checks out. 20 years. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what the NFT space reminds me of right now. So I'm very comfortable in the chaos of it, but I think for those of us who are in the space, we understand that NFTs are not about JPEGs. JPEGs are the entree into the space, and then all these doors open up and you just go down the wormhole right into what it's actually about. So that's probably what I love the most. I learn every day, I meet new people every day. There's some projects that I'm super bullish about and others that I'm not, but that's okay. Every day is a learning lesson, every day is something new, and what a time to be alive. It's awesome.
So for those of us that weren't in New York in '99,
okay,
I always like to think. I mean, I was born, right? So my memory of I was. I've also dated myself because my rapper age is. So I might bleep out. We can bleep out the years. Like all the years. We'll just like 20. Every reference I'll put in the interview. Boop, and so we don't dox ourselves. We take our security like very seriously. No doxing.
Yeah.
But you can call me on 07378 365 24/7. That's my business phone. You guys can have that one. So if you guys would like to get in touch, NFT Hype Man. This is the mid-interview advert. I'm the hype man. I can hype your NFT, baby. But anyways, back to the conversation. What was New York like? Because I think, especially, I'm not from New York, or like I've only like experienced. I've like for a few months maybe. I've spent in New York and like the Bronx and stuff. But regardless, like you see media and stuff of like the subways super graffitied up. But I always felt like that was like the 80s. Is that the 90s then as well? What's like the end of the 90s? What does that look like in New York?
Yeah, so good question. So like the end of the 90s was, I think, this like oversaturation of like creativity, right? With art, with fashion, a ton of different mediums. And so getting into 2000, that's when things started to change. Shit got real. 9/11 happened in 2001. And that's when I found that creative spaces really shifted quite drastically. So there was almost like this incline and this explosion of art, late 90s up to the late 90s in New York. And that's what I see in the NFT space right now, right? It's just like project after project after project. There's so much art out there. And I think we've only scratched, we on the surface really of like what we're going to see. Like, I think 2020 is just a special year, and I think we'll look back, and a lot of us who have minted NFTs will... Oh, sorry, 2021.
It feels like we're still in 2020, like I definitely feel that, but
Yeah, so
it does feel like 2020.
So I think for 2021, I think that we'll look back and we'll say it was a really special year. And we've got this generative art thing, and I personally hope that we're gonna, move out of that it's not gonna stay that. But it's just it's democratized art in certain ways, where it's given certain artists the ability to be able to not only control their art, but to have a platform. And that's a really exciting thing. But in terms of where it's going to go, and if it's going to stratify, or they're going to be the great artists and then the mid artists.
And we're back. And so, Sonya, would you like some shades for this one?
Okay, whatever.
You could have white or black. Would you pick white or black? What's worth?
No, I'll do white.
Oh, she's gone for the whites. Yeah, she go for the rap star. You look like a rap star. Sonya the rap. I love it. Would you like some bling? Here, check out the bling. There's rings.
Oh, there's rings. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't even see.
There's a star. There's like
the star.
There's a Playboy. There's this one. That one's a women's ring. This
is fire. I love this.
This one's a women's ring as well, if you want.
Where?
So this is my girl's ring.
Let's see.
This one I'm holding. Imagine I think that could be like a fun little thing to do with a guest each time, like give them some like jewelry to like want to try on, and
it's
like
great. The Playboy ring.
The choice between the white and the black. So we're back here with Sonya Prasad. The last one was cut, but Sonya remembers her thought, so we're going to finish her thought. It's like on Clubhouse sometimes, you guys go into the Matrix. Sonya, you're in the Matrix, honey. You need to like find a better connection. This time this was on me. I didn't put the fresh battery in the camera, so learning lesson that we'll work on for the next interview. But please finish your thought.
Okay, so I think we were talking about like the art, right, in New York. So yeah, I mean,
I remember you saying is a generative, like
you
want to stop being generative.
We're trapped in like the generative like JPEG world right now, which is it is what it is. Like, I don't really have any comment about it. Like, some people hate it, some people love it, but it just is what it is. And I think, like, being from the fashion industry...
No. Do you like it or not?
I mean, I just feel overwhelmed by it, right? Like, and look, there's some projects that I'm so bullish on, and I just adore, and they're generative projects, and the artists. I'll give SVS a plug. So, the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate with the artist Mig. He just keeps evolving the art, out of the first generative, series. So I love that. Like, he's doing an incredible job on it. but would I like to see, something else out of generative art? Yeah, fuck yeah. Who wouldn't? Right? Like we're in generative hell right now. But it's, yeah, it is what it is. It's the trend. It's the trend.
I think what I really love about Sonya is when Sonya got into the SVS, she gave me made sure she hit me up and made sure I knew about it, and then we both tried to mint it, and then we both failed on minting because what SVS did with their drop was you had to put in. Okay, do you want to talk about what SVS did for their drop? Because I think you experienced it the same way I did, where we had to we were on the phone together. We were like, "Shit, what's this?" There's the question popped up. How did you feel when SVS did their question?
Yeah, so SVS, it's the sneaky vampire syndicate, and so they did something very sneaky, which was very on brand. So hey, kudos to them. But when you were minting, a question popped up, and it was a number. So I got number 19, you got number 18, and we were sitting there like 1819, and nothing was happening. And then finally, I remember you saying like, "No, son, you have to spell it." And then I was like, "Can I even spell 19?" Right? So like,
I remember I was there, I was like NINE. I was like T. Yeah.
so
No, but mine was 18, 18 as well. I was hard. I was like, do I know how to spell 18? I had to go Google it. Do you know what I mean? Bro, is there two T's or no in 18?
8. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a tough one. I was like, is there two T's or not? I don't know how to spell this shit.
Yeah, so as you can see, it was the blind leading the blind, and then basically by then we were stumped. That's it. It was like, no, it's not happening. It was sad. It was very sad. But I made it, and then yeah, in the end, it was a stroke of luck. It was a miracle.
But what I love about it is my girl asked me to go pick her up, so I fucking left the office, which I don't usually do. So babes, you're a special one when I leave and the thing is, my babes gives me slacks all the she always on me because she's you're not spending enough much time with me, or because at certain days are 18-hour days, and I think this is a thing most of us are experiencing in this space, is that you got to be laser focused, and you got to be sitting there waiting for the opportunity, because what I like about this space is that you have to take it, and it's just about can you succeed or not. That's all that matters, and I think but what's interesting, there seems to be a skew of the morality. How morally corrupt are you to accept because say for example in certain drops, so what I like about the fact that people have to fill that in and stuff is it's kind of against the bots, obviously. So it's quite a good one against the bots. It's just a random question that you have to spell that they implemented. I hate the capture shit. I hate the I'm not a robot. I'd much rather fill out a question that than fill out find free trucks, and I'm like, what the fuck, what the fuck are the free trucks? There's always all right, and then sometimes there's none, and you click none, and it makes you do the whole thing again, and it's just
100%. Yeah, I feel you.
So I don't know, again, I feel there's that kind of skew.
Yeah, I think so. Skew in the sense of,
Yeah, where who so say for example in the instance of the sevens. So the thing about their drop is that when they dropped, one person was able to mint 1,000.
oh yeah, I heard about that. I actually saw that.
But in that situation, I blame the developers,
Okay.
because you put out the contract, and how can you expect people not to take advantage of your contract because you have defined the rules of the contract? So it's almost I feel some people get mad at the people that have minted 1,000 and shit, and it does suck. Bro, I'm not a whale, I'm trying to I'm trying to make it, man. Just like you guys, some of you guys have done very successful. You did great by getting the SVS. I mean, I've got a few that I'm I hope they moon, but they haven't mooned as much as I thought they would. But maybe again, it's just about diamond hands in it, and do you know what I'm saying? Not how long are you gonna diamond hands your SVS?
Well, that's the magic question, right? How long? I mean, so the community is really amazing. The so dynamic and so involved. And one thing I love about the project is the dev team, the elders. they just really involved the community. And so we had an AMA last week that was particularly heated, like super heated, because the community didn't like the direction in which the project was going for a particular partnership. And I saw the value of the partnership, long term, but I think it was just maybe the timing of it wasn't right. So the devs, they showed like enormous, or the whole team, they showed enormous leadership by saying, okay, we're gonna turn the ship around, like literally, and they canceled the partnership. So
What was the partnership?
I don't want to say. Well, it was with a company.
You have to report,
A sneaker company. There, I'll just say that I was with a sneaker
With who?
company. I don't want to say.
I'm gonna research it and I'm gonna put it somewhere here in the video. Like,
Okay, fine.
she didn't say it, but like it's above her head. It's just like bing, bing, bing. Like.
Do that, that's fine. So, I mean, but they're out, like, no, like, I'm not gonna lie, full transparency, there was a moment where I felt like a paper hand moment, and I just thought, I don't know if I want to be a part of this. Like, it felt like very, sneakers and bros, and it just felt like I just didn't feel like this was gonna, I didn't see the long term and the direction in which it was gonna go. But when they changed, hands the next day, like right away, I was like, no, Diamond Hands, I'm going the course.
Because they got rid of the sneaker thing and they listened.
Yeah, and they listened, and then they just decided, like, what I think is really brilliant, which which is kind of like where I'm sort of arriving right now, out of having of invested in like so many different communities, is I'm feeling like keep the utility in the community. Long term, yes, you do have to try to like make that transition from like digital to IRL. I get it, you do, and they were really trying to be pioneering, and I think they still should do it. But the thing is for now, just keep the utility in the community, and they're doing it. So yeah, no, I'm like Vamp for life, like
For life.
tag. So yeah, Vamp for life. Yeah.
So I feel like we have to as well be honest and say you had a little scare with your vamp recently.
Yeah, I did. So, I mean, this is a good learning lesson. So, okay, let's switch gear into this. So, you said to me, I remember about a month ago, you said, Sonya, careful with the hype, don't believe the hype. And then I actually went to your Twitter, I remember one time, and your tagline is believe the hype. So I was like, what the fuck, right? Like, why are you telling me not to believe the hype? But that being said, it was really good advice that you gave that to me, because I FOMO'd into a project. And what happened is let's just blame it on Mercury retrograde, where communication gets all fucked up, because I need some grace here. But like, I went into Discord and I didn't see that I was clicking on a DM, which is a lesson in security. My DM should have been tightened up. And I clicked on it, yeah.
So lesson one is in Discord, go into settings, turn off your messages. Like, none of you fuckers can reach me. Fuck off. Don't message me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, suck your mum. Fuck you. Like, stop sending me your spammy fucking NFT projects. Fuck off.
Yeah, that part. So I clicked on the wrong link, and then I saw that they had changed the name of the site. Red flag slapping in my face. Okay, but they had bungled their drop the day before. So I thought, in one of those minutes, like seconds, where your mind plays games on you, okay, it makes sense. Maybe they like changed their site. That lesson number two. They, like most people, aren't going to change their sites last minute. So then I clicked, I minted, and these fuckers took my money. So it's my fault. I can only blame myself. Like, that was a rookie error, and that should not have happened, but it did happen. So I paid ETH for security school. A reminder to never do that again. So there's that. So then after that, I called you in a panic and said, RT, my wallet might be compromised. Oh my God, my vamp is in there. Freaking out, like room was spinning. So you helped walk me through to get a new wallet, which is great, which I'm not going to say where it is, but it's a new wallet.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main lesson here is do not have anything. Lesson number two: do not have anything of value in your MetaMask.
Yeah.
period. Your MetaMask is a hot wallet. If you can afford something valuable, then you have to be able to afford the gas fees to move it, because that's like, I mean, I know it's a hard point to get to, and I know gas fees suck. And bro, like, trust me, I've missed out on so many projects because because I'm a Tezos guy. I'm Tezos to be Bezos. So I'm multi-chain. So I don't sometimes ETH didn't seem like I was on a different wave. But anyways, so I'm just saying that gas fees are really difficult to accept sometimes, and so I think that can put us off moving stuff. But including myself, I think if there's something more than one ETH that you want to keep, like again, if it's once it starts being like more than 5, like you should definitely move that shit.
Yeah, 100, like 1,000%. So yeah, it got moved.
Can you afford to lose 5 ETH?
I mean,
Right?
right? So yeah, ouch. But yeah, get a cold wallet and Nano X, which you have and I have.
I have an S. I need to get an X.
Okay.
The X is so much better.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna figure.
Get the X. Get the X.
Get the X. I have a code. You can put that above my head.
Yeah, the Sonya Prasad code.
20% off. So hit me up if you want.
Affiliate link, baby.
If you wanna, yeah, if you want 20%.
Support Sonya Prasad, the legend. Use the link. You better be fucking. I don't want to see no one else buying no Ledger X's without Sonya's link. Everybody better buy it.
Yeah, but I didn't get 20% off, and so I want to see all my friends get 20%.
I think I'm going to use your code as soon as I can. I think I'm going to get one using your code.
And then I want everyone to have a hard wallet. Please, I beg you, get one. So, and then move your things of value to there, which is what I'm in the midst of learning. So yeah, huge learning curve, big lessons. What can I say?
So, yeah, it's still such a beautiful view here in Vancouver. Like, how is it like operating in the NFT space? Like being situated here, would you recommend people to? Because I feel like the main thing is you have to be online and you have to have a fast internet connection, right? That's like, as long as, is the internet good in Vancouver? What are the conditions here to be able to do NFT stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's really, really good. It's just, Vancouver for me is.
We'll check the speeds.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna do a speed test. The speed test will also be like Vancouver speed test at Sonia's house.
It's pretty good. It's just that, like I was born and raised here in this beautiful place. I used to actually come to this pier when I was a little kid, and I used to fish. My dad used to crab with his friends, and like what I can say is Vancouver is kind of like the last stop on the train, like on the west coast and in Canada. It's a sleepy town. Beautiful, 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 but just it's sleepy. So, that's one of the beautiful things that the NFT community has brought to me, is that I've just made incredible friends like URT, and yeah, no, seriously, like I've made incredible friends that I think will be friends for life, and I feel more connected than I have through this like shitty pandemic. And yeah, it's okay. It's good. The problem is unplugging and detaching and actually getting out in nature and, like digitally detoxing. That's my issue.
Yeah, so I'm like doing the Canada experience because I'm kind of sick of being in London. Like, it's kind of a rat race. There's no space. Like, there's no there's no air. Like, I feel like I'm choking. I've come out. Like, the air smells fresh. Like, like where there's trees. Like, even flying in on the plane, it looked green. So at least like there's some oxygen here. But talking about no, please.
No, you can see the smoke. It's cold.
Oh, yeah, we can see the smoke, baby. So, which brings me on to my next point, is you are former stoner. What's your tree? I'll give my review in a second, but yeah, how are the trees?
Has BC Bud?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, BC Bud's good. I've like kicked the sauce, kicked the bud. Like I'm actually just like living. I don't like saying sober life. I don't. That's not my thing.
You don't like sober, or you do?
I do. I love it. I just don't like the word. I don't like that. I'm just like living in clarity, I guess, or just I don't need shit right now to like, open up my horizons. They're already opened up, like huge. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Like, look at our climate. We have great wine. The wines are incredible. Our bud is good. Like, what else? Everything's good here. Food's good.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to checking it out. I've just landed and we've just gone to do this interview straight away, basically via the store. I'm smoking on some CBD, THC. It was really interesting to go in the store, like Canadian, like, bro, it was the most chilled. Like, I even fucking filmed the thing, so I'll put like some footage if it looks decent on my GoPro, so you guys can like whatever watch it here, or maybe I'll cut in between. But yeah, it was cool experience now. So like, I mean, coming from London, London weed is trash. So yeah, this is like next level.
Yeah, it was like the
It was like a menu. It's like a menu. It's like a thing. Like and the thing just scrolls, like shows all the like. Oh, it's like a Starbucks for bud, and then like the shit comes in like a little in a white box like this with like a little. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, but the plastic's not good. They need to like
Yeah,
go
the
back on the
plastic is.
plastic.
Y'all need to fix up
Yeah,
this
they
shit.
get a
Like,
fail on the plastic.
bruh, y'all.
It's not good.
That's the one. That's the one thing that made me like. The thing is that I know like the big boy, the big boy growers out on the other side. So like I'm gonna be doing comparisons with the Montreal bud, So because I'm gonna be smoking the best out there. So we'll see. But so far I've been enjoying this.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that.
So talking about trippy trees, a trippy tree project you're involved in is the trippy trees, right? So, what is there? Could you tell us more about like your role? What's how? Yeah, like what that project, what your perception of that project has been so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's an organic project that's where it's come together, and great team, great artist, and I guess my role is more like on the marketing side, and just hopefully being a strong voice for the community, and um, what else? That's what I can say. I think like Stephen Hutchins, that's his name, right? I do know the artist. He's I think working really hard on the art, and Sev, our developer, is an elder, and he's fire, as you say. He's great. He is. He's fire. So, um, and yeah, and then there's you, hype man, and I guess a couple of other people, and yeah, it's all good. We're gonna catch the generative wave for 2021.
I mean, the thing I do want to say about the trippy trees now that you mention it is that I feel like our team is very young. Like we have like a very young, like the spirit of like the team is like, bro, we're just kicking it, rocking it. Like, man, it's like a super chill vibe. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's kind of like, just it has to be fun to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just also like, yeah, like really enjoying the experience so far. It's been like a pleasure.
Yeah, 100%. It's great. I think just, working on projects is amazing in this time. I mean, oftentimes it's people who don't really know each other. Sometimes people, they've known each other for a really long time, but, it's like coming together, bringing your best, bringing your creativity, bringing your skills, and seeing if you can make magic. It's cool.
I have really loved the experience, Sonia. It's been
It's been real.
it's been real. Like I'm now high, baby. I feel like the view of the other side is like
It's fire.
is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like the night, I'll show you. I will take some shots after this, and we'll cut it in of like the skyline of like what the hell we're looking at right now. But it's like this has been a crazy interview.
It has been. It has been. It's been great. It's been great. It's been great. It's been real. It's always real with you, RT. So,
Are we gonna see you in New York?
oh, I don't
NFT
know.
NYC, you coming?
I'd love to. I just don't know. I mean, I did this masochistic thing this year where I decided to go back to university. So I'm studying medical anthropology. So I don't know. I might have to. I might have work to do. I might not. Let's see. I mean, we'll see. To be continued. I'd love to. New York was my home for over 15 years. I would love to go back. I didn't go back for Fashion Week this home for
So
Oh, there.
second camera, second battery died, but we're gonna try get Sonya out to New York. That's the point. We out. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.